Hi, I'm Andrew Hotchkiss, President of Witt Lining Systems. In this video, I'm going to show you how to install a Witt Lining Systems liner in a concrete pit. Now behind me is an oil and water separator that over the years has become so saturated with oil and grease it's next to impossible to properly install an applied coating that could protect the concrete and maintain its liquid integrity. The answer? A liner from Witt Lining Systems.
The flexible liner from Witt Lining Systems offers many benefits in a concrete application. Among them, there's no extensive concrete prep work needed prior to installation. Once installed, the liquid integrity of the liner is not affected by cracking in the concrete that will occur. No cure time is needed before the liner is put into service. If ever damaged, a flexible liner is easily repairable, and unlike an applied coating, a flexible liner doesn't flake, peel, or chip. With the pit clean, dry, and free of any loose debris, the installation of the liner was ready to begin. The first step was to run a chalk line marking where the mechanical anchors were to be located. The fasteners were spaced on 12-inch centers to hold the liner in place. In the areas where liquid seal is needed, the anchors were placed on 6-inch centers. A geo-textile padding was installed over the concrete to protect the liner from being torn or punctured by any roughness in the concrete. With the padding in place, the liner was unrolled in the bottom of the pit. The bottom corner of the liner was positioned to match the bottom corner of the pit, and the crease on the liner sidewall was aligned with the pit sidewall. The sidewalls were then pulled up and fastened over the studs. A rubber mallet was used to strike the liner over the anchor studs. The anchor bolts were used to hold the liner in place while the rest of the width and length of the liner were positioned into place. For ease of installation, this liner was made in two sections. After the liner was properly in place, the two halves were seamed together using a hot air welder. Then the boot was installed over the pipe penetration. After the liner was positioned and welded together, the compression strips were fitted over the studs of the anchor bolts and the nuts and washers installed. At the area where liquid seal was needed, a high-quality caulk was applied between the liner and concrete before fastening the hardware. A top coat of sealant was also applied. For safety, plastic caps were installed over the exposed studs. With the liner in place and compression strips installed, the liner is ready to be put into immediate service. No cure time was needed for the liner.
This liner was installed by 2 people in just 2 days. The liner is now providing corrosion resistance and protecting the concrete from the oil and grease. Besides that, because the liner isn't bonded directly to the concrete, should any cracks develop in the pit, it'll have no effect on the liner's liquid integrity. This Witt liner is going to provide years and years of worry-free service in this pit. For more information, contact us or visit our website. Once again, I'm Andrew Hotchkiss for Witt Lining Systems.